Ladies and gentlemen, I thought this would be one of the funnest things we could possibly do on FIFA 17. I put a poll on Twitter, and the poll simply said, if Real Madrid was in the BPL, would they win England? And 67% of the Bullion Nation on Twitter, follow me, A9 Skills, said 67% said Real Madrid would win the BPL. So today we are going to simulate Real Madrid in the BPL and find out if Real Madrid would actually win the BPL. We're going to remove Sunderland from the BPL because Sunderland has had the worst season this year in real life. So we're going to remove Sunderland, add Real Madrid into the BPL. And today we're going to find out if Real Madrid is good enough to win what I think is the best football freaking league in the world, the BPL, the beautiful England. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you want this series to continue with a new team, next time, smash thumbs up. This gets 30,000 likes. I'm picking another team from the comments down below. Do you want to see Liverpool in the BBVA? Do you want to see Arsenal in the BBVA? Do you want to see Chelsea in the Mexican League? Any league, any team, pick it out, move it, we'll sim it, we'll see what the teams do. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to What If. Let's do this. All the bigs of England about to go toe-to-toe and try to battle it out to see who the best team of England is. We are going to simulate through the entire season. We will see some transfer action as well, but I will reject most moves because we want it to be realistic. For example, Arsenal has gone after my man Varane. We are going ahead and going to reject that. I'm not even the manager of this team. Zidane is still the manager. All we are doing is simulating through the entire season of them in the BPL to see if they would actually win the BPL. For example, I want to show you guys real quick the league table and how it stands. If I could pull it up. Wait, that's other leagues. I need my league. Where's my league? There we go. There's our table. In first place as of right now, Arsenal. You see Chelsea's in there, Everton. Everybody is there except for Sunderland. And Real Madrid is in 13th on 0 points. Ladies and gentlemen, let's kick the action off. We're going to do a lot of simulating, and we got to do a lot of rejecting as well, because as I said, we are not going to let anybody leave the team or sign with the team because we want it to be as real as possible. We'll move all the way to August, right before the Man City game versus Real Madrid. We're opening up against Man City. Should be pretty fun again. Zidane versus the big boy Guardiola. Should be absolutely amazing. Also, when we play United, it's going to be Zidane versus Mourinho. Mourinho coached Real Madrid. There's some chemistry there. There's some beef there. There's some love there. There's some hate. It should be fun. I'm going to stop simulating for a second to go look at the market and see if anything big has happened. As I go to see, there's an injury that happens to Nacho. He's out for 4 months. We get an offer in for a couple players. Tony Cruz. We get one for Marco as well. We're going to reject that. We're not letting him go to Bayern. We're going to check if how much we could get. Barca try to go for Tony Cruz. Come on, that's just not going to happen. We're rejecting that as well. There's Varane to Chelsea. We're going to reject that as well. His money looks good, but Madrid don't need it. As you guys know, they won the BPL. They won in Champions League. We're simply here to see how they would perform in the BPL with the team they have already. I kind of put the team as close as possible to what I believe the team was throughout the season. We got Modric at Cam, Casemiro and Tony Cruz as their CDMs, Gareth Bale, Benzema, Ronaldo. Obviously, Bale took an injury, so we could pull him and throw Isco into that lineup, but we're going to keep it like that. We got Ramos and Varane in the back with Carvajal and Marcelo with Navas in goal. Gareth Bale obviously did take an injury, but he's still part of the team. He did participate a lot of the season. He just did get injured for a lot as well. So as we were doing, we're going to go ahead and get to that Man City game and see how that one plays out and see if they win or they lose against one of the biggest teams in England, who honestly I think is always a favorite every year, especially with Guardiola there, and the great team they have. We'll go look one more time to see if any other moves happen, see if anybody try to pick up our boy Cristiano, big boy Ronaldo. Doesn't look like it. We got one offer in, and the offer is for Isco, which we are definitely going to reject, and it's to Atletico Madrid on top of that, but Isco has been amazing for Real Madrid, so we're going to make sure that doesn't even come close to happening, and we're going to get to this Man City game and kick this season off. This is going to be so much fun to see. Let's go ahead and get to the game. And what I'm going to do when I get to the game is this game will actually simulate and watch because it's a massive game, but most games will just sim right over. So the first massive game of the season is against City, and what we're going to do is watch the watch it be simulated. Auto fix our problems, I guess. What's our problems? I don't want them to auto fix it to where they mess up the starting 11. Nacho's the problem. We'll throw Pepe in there, who also was injured for a lot of the season. And we're going to simulate the Man City game, and then we'll advance through the rest of the calendar pretty damn quick. But I want to see how Real Madrid performs against Man City, because first game of the year, Man City, big tie. Let's see what happens right here. Ronaldo, Benzema, Gareth Bale, Modric, Tony Cruz, Casemiro, Marcelo, Ramos, Varane, Carvajal and Navas in goal, going up against Leroy Sané, Agüero, Sterling, Fernando, Torre, who just got hurt, Fernandinho, Clichy, Otamendi, Company, Senya, and Bravo and Bale already stuffed on into the back of Man City's net on an away game, as well as we see Yaya Toure go down 19 minutes in, hopefully not a hard injury, and he's still around, and it looks like we're gonna pick up a W. We're not us, Real Madrid's gonna pick up a W in game 1, and they do. So 3 points against a massive English team. The season starts off pretty well for Real Madrid in England. Let's go ahead and go back to the calendar and see what's crack-a-lackin'. That was a win right there, as you can see, 1-0. We're gonna simulate to the 31st of this month, and we will go back and see how Real Madrid performed. The game against Middlesbrough is up next, and I want to see if they picked up a W or not. I can't go over it while it's simulating, but we'll go back and look at all the results and see how they're performing. This is actually pretty fun. I don't really care about Champions League football, or I don't think we're actually in Champions League football, so it's only the EFL Capital One Cup. I don't really care about all that stuff. I just care about how they perform in the BPL, and as the simulation goes through, I want to go back and see how we performed against Middlesbrough and also the Sunderland game, or excuse me, Southampton game. That's happening on the 28th of August. Let's go back and find out. Did we pick up a full 9 points? They draw against Southampton. They beat Man City. That's 4 points. And they beat Middlesbrough. So that right there is putting them on 7 points so far. 7 points. That's not bad. Transfer window's closed. Up next in this month, we have Everton. We also have, I believe there was Crystal Palace on there, but I would say the strongest team. You know what? I don't want to say the strongest team, because looking at that calendar, I thought they would have beat Southampton and lost to Man City, but they ended up losing or tying to Southampton and beating Man City. So Everton, Swansea City's on there. Oh, Spurs. Ooh. That might be the game to watch. The 28th of September, they are facing Spurs, which should be a big one. But now you can see the games are just flying by now because the transfer window is closed. Hopefully there's no injuries happen, no big injuries, at least to the team. Like, we don't want to see Ronaldo go down or Gareth Bale go down. Maybe Gareth Bale, because he did go down in real life. But after that, we were on 7 points. Spurs, they lose 2-1 to Spurs. Crystal Palace, they pick up a 2-0 win at home. The Spurs loss was away to Spurs. Home game to Swansea City, they lost 2-1. No, that was also an away game, but that's the EFL. No one cares about that. Everton, a big win. So after the first pretty much full month of play in the BPL, Real Madrid is sitting pretty in 4th place, but not really sitting that pretty, as freaking Chelsea is 6-0. Chelsea is doing their thing, top of the table, and Real Madrid is trailing. All right, this is interesting. So it starts off the first month, they are how many points back? 18 to 13. That's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 5 points back going into the calendar month of October. We haven't even got to the big month yet, and they're already 5 points behind Chelsea, who has a perfect start to the season. West Brom, Stoke City, West Ham, and Arsenal. Big games coming up. Arsenal, they play 30th of October. A lot of big games seem to happen at the end of the month, it seems like. Stoke City, West Brom, West Ham. I expect W's and a draw against Arsenal. Unless it's a home game, then I believe that we should beat Arsenal. Again, I keep saying we. When I say we, I mean Real Madrid. I have no part in this. I'm just simply seeing if they could win the BPL. What would happen if they were in the BPL? So, Arsenal, they beat them 2-0. At home, against Arsenal, it's a victory. I also said that I thought they would lose them unless it was at home. So, they better have beat West Ham. 3-2 win against West Ham. 1-1 draw against Stoke City. 3-0 victory against West Brom. After the month of October, the league table now looks like this. Spurs in 2nd place with 26. Chelsea has only dropped 1 draw. They've only dropped 2 points the whole league, bros. 28 points. Madrid on 23. The gap is 6, I believe. No, actually 5 still. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 5. I can count. And we're right behind Spurs as well. No more hesitation. Let's jump right into it. The 30th of November is where we're going next. It's Thanksgiving time here in America. Get your turkey in. All right, they're going to be playing some Hull City. They're going to be playing some Liverpool. I look at this calendar. I expect L's across. I was going to say L's across the board. I expect wins across the board. Mad respect to Liverpool. Mad respect to Klopp. But I just expect the Real Madrid team to pick up some points against Liverpool. I expect that. I think we all expect that. But It's probably not going to happen. We see Hull City. We can't see the result till we go back. I wish EA would put an L or a W over that, but they don't. But we're going to go back and find out. We already have 2 losses in the season, and the losses came to teams that were kind of unexpected. Liverpool, 3-0 victory. Hull City, 3-0 victory. 2-0 victory. Not bad. A perfect month of November for Real Madrid. We're going to go ahead and simulate. Oh my gosh. We're going to simulate up until the Chelsea game, and then we're going to watch the Chelsea game because that's a massive one. So November is out of the way. December, it's clutch time. It's winter time. It's Christmas time. The snow is falling. The bells are ringing. It's the clutch time of the season. December coming up to the winter break. We play the champions, Leicester City. They were champions when this would have been taking place, so we play the champions. We got Swag City, aka Swansea City, and then we got Chelsea, which we are going to watch, and that comes on the 13th of December. All right, we got Manchester United, which we probably will watch that as well because Mourinho versus Ronaldo, Mourinho versus Madrid. We got to watch that one, keep a close eye on it, and the Chelsea game is pretty much up. But before we do that, let's go ahead and look at the table and see what's going on. Real Madrid takes top of the table, 36 points after starting the season bad. So they had 2 draws, not 2 losses, 2 draws. I'm sorry. Southampton was one of them. I don't even remember them all right now. But now the big one, okay? London, Chelsea. We're going to see what happens in this massive game in the BPL. This is a big one, man. People would be so hyped for this one if this was real life. As we proceed into the big game, is it home or is it away? I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you. Let's go ahead and find out real quick if there's any injuries that took place. There was one right here that Varane took an injury, but it looks like he's back with the team now. And Madrid were not on track, blah, blah, blah. Don't care for none of that. And let's go ahead and proceed into what is going to be probably the biggest game of the season, at least of the first half of the season. Ronaldo, Benzema, Gareth Bale, Modric, Toni Kroos, Casemiro, Marcelo, Ramos, Varane, Carvajal, and Navas taking on the Chelsea team that looks just like this. Courtois, Moses, Terry, David Luiz, Toprak, okay. Alonso, Fabregas, Matic, Willian, Costa, and Hazard with Begovic on the bench, and Jimenez, they have him as well. Conte on the bench? No wonder you guys are in second place. Conte's on the bench alongside, very interesting. 59th minute, 52nd minute goal by Hazard, and they could be taking top of the table in the BPL unless Madrid can find a late equalizer, and they don't. They lose at home to Chelsea, and the Blues back into first place where they think they belong, and we are going to proceed into the calendar season. My goodness. So now they're 1 point clear at top of the table. Congratulations to Chelsea for beating Madrid at home as well. A 1-0 loss to the big boy Hazard. Ronaldo, Gareth Bale, not good enough, and Conte on the bench. Incredible that EA would even think for a second to leave one of the best midfielders in world football on the bench. This is why career mode needs to be fixed as ASAP as possible. As ASAP as possible. What did I even just say? As quick as possible, because career mode is just not in the best place right now for EA, man. They do dumb stuff. Conte on the bench is just unbelievable. As we proceed, we're gonna go ahead and watch the Manchester United game. They lost to Chelsea, but will they pick up a result? Risk of losing 3 players. I'm not really tripping. Let Fabio Contron go. I'm not really caring. This is not my team, all right? Let's go ahead and simulate right now. We are 1 point behind Madrid, Chelsea after 17 games have been played. The lineup is exactly the same lineup that played against Chelsea. And what is the United team that they are putting out? Let's see if they have Ibra in there or if he's on the bench. Ibrahimovic, Mata, Young, Mkhitaryan, Fellaini, Carrick, Blind, Rojo, Bale, Valencia, and De Gea, as Ibrahimovic got a 7-minute yellow card, and we're proceeding to halftime where nobody has scored yet. Very interesting. Go, Gareth Bale with a 45th minute penal. Then Morata comes in off the bench, bags one home, and now they're up 2-0 against the Red Devils at the Old Trafford, the Theater of Dreams. They're going to go ahead and take a dub, it looks like. 3 points in a 2-0 victory against the Red Devils as we proceed into the winter break. Yo, this is sick. I actually love this. Yo, I think I might do this a lot, man. If you guys think this series is lit and you want to see me do more teams, first of all, let me know in the comments down below what team you want to see next. And second of all, get 20,000 likes if you think this is absolutely sick. This month is packed. January is full, and I am going to simulate all the way to the 1st of February. Now, I do expect this calendar month to take a long time because of the transfer window, but with that being said, again, if you want to see me do what team next, do you want to see how Liverpool would perform in the BBVA? Do you want to see how LA Galaxy would perform in England? Let me know down below what team, what league, what you want to see. Smash the thumbs up if you want to see this again. It's a one-off thing for each team, and that's kind of how the series is going to play out. So I hope you guys are enjoying this bad boy as much as I am. I wonder if we beat Liverpool or if we lost. Now we play them in the FA Cup, I believe that was. I guarantee you the FA Cup one was a loss. I might stop it midway through January just to see what's happening in the transfer window. Hopefully nothing crazy went down and we ended up selling Cristiano Ronaldo to Real Madrid, to Barcelona, because that's pretty much the last thing you would want to see to happen. Let's go ahead and see what the heck's going on in the transfer window real quick and see what kind of moves have been taking place on the Real Madrid side of things. There's a lot of things going on in the office. Tournament prize right here. I guess we got eliminated from the FA Cup. Jobs here for me that I don't really care for. Offers, this is what we're looking for. Goalkeeper, will go ahead and reject that. Is that the only offer that came in all of January? Nah, there must be more. Okay, that's the only one that came in, it looks like. Gareth Bale, future with Real Madrid. I'm not really caring about that right now, okay, guys? I just literally want to see if Real Madrid can win the BPL. Right now, as it stands, the calendar is looking like this, or no, the league is looking like this. Oh, wow. So right now, 45, 46, 47, 48, Chelsea drops mad points in January. Chelsea drops another game and now 4 points behind Real Madrid, but with the game in hand. So if they can win their game, they're only 1 point behind Madrid, but Madrid in great shape as they go into a massive game against Spurs. Let's go ahead and simulate into the end of February, and then we will go see on the calendar what is looking like. I'm going to go back over every single result and see exactly what they did. I want to see how many, if they lost to to Liverpool. I want to see if they tied with Spurs. We're going to go back and look at all the results from January into February and see how it all took place. Another FA Cup game coming up, which I truly expect Real Madrid to win that one. Premier League, what is this all about? Okay, that doesn't matter. Spurs coming up next, a massive team, another massive BPL team that's been having a great run the past couple years. Crystal Palace, Southampton, who we tied to in the beginning of the season, and then Everton, who I believe we beat in the beginning of the season. So it's all second round has started. Very interesting. Another game in the FA Cup, which I expect again for us to pick up a W. And then against Everton could be very difficult, but the end of February is coming up and we shall go see how it all played out. Against Everton, a 1-1 draw, FA Cup game, 1 win, 1-0 win. Southampton, they beat 2-0, so they got them the first time, but they tied them the first time, got them the second time. Against Crystal Palace, a tough game, but they pulled it off 2-1, not bad. Against Liverpool, they beat them 1-0 in the BPL where it matters. In the FA Cup, they also beat them 2-1, so that's 3 games against Liverpool this season and 3 victories. Stoke City, 1-0 victory. West Brom at a tie, and that could be interesting. And then against Spurs, a 1-0 victory. So at the end of February, going into the first game against Man City, or the second game against Man City, we're going to go look exactly where the table lies. And then also a FA Cup game coming up against Chelsea, who they're battling with for top of the table. So as of right now, with a game in hand, they are 5 points clear of Chelsea, as you can see right there. Man United right behind them on 3rd place. Spurs in 4th. Arsenal in 5th. Everton and City is having a terrible season alongside Liverpool. So that very interesting. All of this very interesting. Let's go ahead and clear all this stuff up. Another injury. Who did that happen to? It happened, there's only Vasquez for 3 days. Not a big deal. Nothing to really ride home about. We'll clear this all up, and this is pretty interesting, right? I thought Real Madrid would pull it off, but I didn't think. I don't know. I thought City would be more of a fight, and since City's so far down, I don't think there's really a point of going to check out what happens. We'll go ahead and simulate to the end of March. We got Man City. We got Chelsea in the FA Cup, which I don't really care for, Middlesbrough, and this is going to be interesting because I feel like they'll win the Chelsea game and the Man City game and then lose the 2 games they were supposed to win, because that's what it seems like has been happening. We're going all the way to the 31st of March, coming up to the end of the season, where they were at least 2 points clear. Well, they were 4 points clear, but 2 points because they had a game in hand. I believe Chelsea would win that game, especially coming up to the clutch time of the season. As you can see, only 2 more months, and it's all all over. And in those 2 months, we see Arsenal, we see Chelsea, and we see United. Big games. Let's see how it all stands right now against, let's see, they picked up a win, 4-1 win, a 2-1 win against Middlesbrough, a 0-0 draw against Chelsea, and a 1-1 draw against Man City, which means Chelsea now only 3 points, right? 65, 66, 67, 3 points behind Madrid, and we have to play them, or they have to play them. I keep saying we, but you know it's Madrid. They have to play them come next month. Let's see how this month plays out. The month of April, a massive month. This is where champions are made. You're gonna see Watford first. You're gonna see the champions Leicester City second. You're gonna see United third. Then you're gonna see West Ham fourth. And then Swansea City, which that game doesn't matter. But these are massive games on the calendar. Humongous month going into the last stretch of the season. Can the Spanish Giants pull it off in the English giant competition? Let's be honest, the BPL, best league in the world, in my opinion. Can Real Madrid with Ronaldo, Gareth Bale, and Benzema pull this off? Or is Navas not a good enough keeper to get it done? Let's see how it all played out. Let's go back to the 1st of April. They played Watford, and they won 3-1. Not a bad result. Leicester City, 1-0 victory. That's 6 points clear of April. Against United, a 1-0 loss. United could have just gave the season to Chelsea. We move on to the West Ham game. A 1-0 loss. Oh my gosh. They beat Swansea City. They win their last game. And going into the last month of the season, Real Madrid still top of the table because Chelsea choked and United came close. United pulled closer, but Chelsea started choking, and that's what happens when you leave Conte on the bench. My goodness, 6 points clear. So, United had to beat Real Madrid to get second. They did it. Chelsea had to win their games to keep in the race, and they didn't. And now we proceed into the last month of the season. The last game is against Chelsea. Ladies and gentlemen, we will watch that game unfold in front of our eyes. We will watch it all take place. Can the Spanish Giants pull it off? First of all, they see Arsenal. You know Arsenal TV is about to be lit after that one. Then you got the Hull City game and then Swag City. I'm not sure. I believe they're in the final alongside Arsenal in the FA Cup final. So Real Madrid made a final of the FA Cup, it seems like. I think that's the final. I think it would take place May 27. If Real Madrid won the Swansea City game and the Hull City game and tied against Arsenal, the season would be over, I believe. I think it would be done. This Chelsea game wouldn't even matter if that was the case. But we don't know what happened. If they took all 3 losses, they might have lost the season. Let's find out. Against Swansea City, they won 3-1. Against Hull City, they won 1-0. And against Arsenal, they won 2-1. Ladies and gentlemen, Real Madrid wins the league comfortably. 37 games played, and they are 9 points clear of Chelsea. With Chelsea still to play, they win the championship. Absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievable. They were behind Chelsea, and Chelsea just fell apart in the month of April, I think it was. They completely fell apart, man. Let's go ahead and play them and see why they fell apart. What happened? What took place? And not only did they beat them, but they're going to raise the trophy in Stamford Bridge. Incredible. Let's see what their lineup is like. Is it because Conte's not playing? Is that why you guys had no chance? Conte playing. We got Moses, Jimenez. Oh, wow. They have an unbelievable back 3. Conte, Matic, Willian, Costa, and Hazard. Toprak on the bench, Batman on the bench. Look at that back 3 as well. That is unbelievable. Great, the 3 center backs. Gareth Bale bags one, and it looks like they're also not only going to raise the trophy against Chelsea, but they're also going to beat Chelsea. Oh no, a tie. So Chelsea never lost to the Spanish Giants. They beat them once. They lost, tied to them once, but it wasn't enough to stop the Giants from winning England. Ladies and gentlemen, your champions, Real Madrid. They could do it. Can they also win the double and take both of the most important competitions in England? Let's find out. They're taking on, go ahead and say auto fix this thing, and let's see what happens, man. As they take on some Giants, the lineup is Ronaldo, Morata, Gareth Bale, Modric, Toni Kroos, Casemiro, Marcelo, Ramos, Varane, Carvajal, and Navas. And they're taking on Czech, Bellerin, Mustafi, Koscielny, and Monreal. Not a bad lineup, to be honest, although they have Ox-Chamberlain starting. Sanchez, who scored first? Gareth Bale off of a penalty. We see that a lot every time we sim, it seems like. Casemiro finds a second. Sanchez keeps Arsenal alive, but can someone else score to keep them alive? Mustafi gets an injury. Ramos bags one, and Real Madrid, champions of the BPL, champions of the FA Cup, champions of England. The only competition they didn't win was the EFL, aka the Capital No One Gives a Ish Cup. And congratulations to the Spanish Giants for becoming the best team in England. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. I had a blast doing it. If you want to see me do it with another team, let me know in the comments down below. Benzema ended the season hurt, but we are not done. We shall check out the squad reports. We shall check out who did what and what did who and find out how it all went down. First of all, let's go ahead and pull up. I'm trying to find where you see, let's go to seasons. Let's find out who the top goal scorer was in the BPL. If I can pull it up. Here we go, man. Top goal scorers in the BPL. Felipe Coutinho with 20 goals. Goodness gracious. Ronaldo only bagged 11. That boy ain't got it in the BPL no more. He's 11th. Okay. Top assists in the BPL. We got Santi Cazorla followed by Felipe Coutinho. What a season from Felipe. 20 goals, 10 assists. Well played to that man. Hazard comes fourth. Ronaldo not even on there. No Madrid player. Oh, Ronaldo is on there with 6. Shout out to Felipe Coutinho for being the best player in the BPL and pretty much the best player in the world. Clean sheets, check. And then, wow, Navas wasn't even the most clean sheets. Navas wasn't even playing. That's very interesting. Most yellow cards for Klein, most red cards for Rose. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how the BPL played out. Ronaldo not even top goal scorer or top assist man. I hope you guys enjoyed this, man. Big old thumbs up if you did. Make sure to subscribe. And I'm going to catch you guys very soon. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Booyah. Booyah Nation, I look at those 5-star weak foot and I only think of one thing. Neymarzito, you got a lot of shoes to fill, because Sonaldo's a 5-star weak foot and Sonaldo's a beast at striker. Today, ladies and gentlemen, oh baby, we got Neymarzito, 98 rated. I paid 2 million coins. We're going to play him at striker on this team right here. We're going to play him with the boy Roberto, who I've never played with, but a lot of people have destroyed me. So Roberto will be the cam, Manny will be the right cam, my man Felipe Coutinho will be